Here's what most people don't realize. Your lymphatic system isn't just about swelling or detox teas. It's your body's life support network. It's your immune defense. It's your waste management system and your internal cleanser. So all in once. So aging doesn't start with your wrinkles. It starts actually with your lymphatic system slowing down. So if that stops moving, toxins build up, inflammation rises, and unfortunately aging usually accelerates, and you might feel brain fog, less energy. But when you train it intentionally, you will have absolutely more energy. You can actually, your brain can think better, and your body feels much lighter and stronger, and your cells function as well. Welcome, I'm Heike Fallon. I'm the founder of Expand Health and the creator of the NeuroHP method, and I combine neuroscience, sports therapy, and high performance coaching to help active people like you to optimize their health and personal performance for the long run. So for over 30 years, I've studied the brain and body, and today I'm going to talk about one of the most overlooked systems in the human longevity, the lymphatic system. By the end of this video, you will know exactly why training your lymphatic system can help you slow aging, improve recovery, and extend your health span. Before we go any further, I want to share really quick. If you feel tired, stressed, overwhelmed often, I created something for you. It's free. You can download it. Link is in the description. It's the Energy Reset PDF, and it's a simple science-based guide so you can figure out and uncover what drains your energy, what makes you feel more energized, and you can optimize it and really work on it starting today. Now let's talk about the immune system. Every cell in your body produces waste as it functions, and there's metabolic byproducts, damaged proteins, dead cells, and your lymphatic system collects all that waste, filters it through the lymph nodes, and returns clean fluid back into the circulation. It's a really cool system. Problem is, when it slows down, inflammation goes up and your immune system gets weaker. And your tissue ages faster, and research really has shown now that poor lymphatic flow creates brain fog, joint stiffness, autoimmune reactions, and actually neurodegeneration. So when your lymph slows, the health span shortens. It's really that simple. Now let's explore how this system works a little bit more in detail. The lymphatic system runs parallel to your circulatory system. So your blood vessels deliver nutrients and oxygen, and then your lymph vessels collect the waste and excess fluid. This network spans through your entire body, tiny capillaries and large vessels and hundreds of nodes. But here's what makes it really unique. Unlike your heart, it doesn't have a central pump. The lymph moves only when you do. It depends on breathing, muscle contraction, and posture changes to create pressure and flow. So when your movement stops, when you're just sitting around or your breathing comes very shallow, lymph flows slower, and your body depends on that motion to cleanse itself. So movement literally drives detoxification. Now let's go a little bit deeper into the brain. For decades, scientists thought the brain does not have a lymphatic system, but then they discovered there is actually a lymphatic system called the glymphatic system. It's how the brain clears its waste, including proteins like amyloid and tau, the same ones that are linked to Alzheimer's. And your lymphatic system acts like a brainwash cycle, and it runs mainly while you deep sleep. And if you're sleep deprived, chronically stressed, or your breathing is shallow, your brain can't flush toxin efficiently either. So with toxin accumulating, inflammation rises up again, and your neural aging kind of speeds up. And that's why sleep and breathing aren't a luxury. They are really a brain cleansing tool. They are part of how you should train your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system is also kind of like an immune highway. Inside each lymph node, each cell basically patrols the fluid for invaders, bacteria, viruses, damaged cells. They're your body's surveillance system, if you may say. If the lymph flow slows, immune cells get stranded, and like having a fire department with no open roads, right? The alarm goes off, but help can't reach the fire. This is really what's creating biological aging. On the other hand, when your lymphatic system flows well, it helps calm inflammation faster, faster repair, and it really helps your immune activity. So yes, it helps your skin as well. So how do you know if your lymphatic system needs attention? Here are some common signs. If you're constantly fatigued, morning puffiness, swelling, especially around the neck, if you feel brain fog a lot, tightness in the neck and jaw, especially stiffness after sitting can cause it too, sinus issues. Those are usually the early signs of that there's something not draining well enough. Here's the cool part. You can train it just like muscle and brain circuits. The lymphatic system responds to you. So when you're doing something. So remember, your lymphatic system has no heart as a pump, right? Movement is actually the pump. Every time when you go for a walk, you stretch, you breathe deeply, or you move in some kind of form, it helps the body drain toxins, it helps deliver nutrients, and it restores your energy. So even small movement counts because of the different pressure changes that makes the fluid really move more. So we're going to do a quick exercise, diaphragmatic breathing, really good because there's some big lymph nodes right here and a lot in your belly as well. So diaphragmatic breathing is a great way to get started. That means you're using your diaphragm, which is like a dome-shaped muscle, sits right in here, and when you inhale it pushes down and so creates different pressure in your abdominal cavity. So what you really want to do is your belly expanding, not just to the front, but also your ribs to the side. So when you inhale and long exhale, you want to feel this really going out, and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Very good. You're going to want to feel really all the way around here. That means you're really using your diaphragm for breathing and trying to relax the shoulder, not have them raise. So that's the diaphragmatic breathing, really good one to get started with. The next exercise we're going to do is a little bit neck mobility, because your lymphatic system runs a lot down here, the neck and chest. So we have some big ducts right here. And so it's your main drainage highway. And so from sitting at desks for hours, scrolling on phones, poor posture, poor breathing patterns, tight muscles, tight neck, all of that contributes to not very good lymphatic flow. And so we're going to do just a couple very quick head movements. So you want to stand nice and tall. The first what we're going to do is called chicken. So you're going to go forward and back, very small movement, a few times. And then you hold it back. And you're going to do small little nodding. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Make sure you're breathing. And then we're going to go very little side to side. And little rotation. And one more time, little nodding. And all that little movement has an impact on the lymph system, as well as obviously I talked about lymphatic system, right? This is the pathway up to your brain. So very important. Small little exercises, nothing big. Again, if you also don't feel good doing it standing, do it sitting down, please. The next exercise we're going to do is breathing really into the pecs up here. So just place one hand across with the fingers towards your shoulder. And you're going to inhale. And now you want to try to inhale into your hand here. So you expand on the chest. And exhale. Again, as I mentioned, big lymph node right there. And exhale. So you want to try to really breathe into here. So you're Clavicle rises and lowers too. Good, let's do the other side. So you just switch, inhale, trying to expand right up in this area. Excellent. So really working and breathing with this area is a really great way to open up the flow for the lymphatic system. So movement really matters, but hydration and fascia matter as well. So the lymphatic system is 95% water. So if you're dehydrated, it actually thickens, the flow slows down. So sip water throughout the day, not all at once. And now let's think about the fascia. It's a connective tissue that wraps basically around your muscles and organs everywhere like a web. That guides fluid movement. So when fascia becomes kind of sticky or tight from lack of motion or dehydration or stress, lymph flow gets kind of trapped. And that's why gentle massage, rolling, skin brushing, or even light bouncing are powerful lymphatic tools. They can restore elasticity, they open the pathways, and like even walking, every step compresses and releases tissue, moving fluid, and feeds the cells and waking up that whole system. So that's really important. Let's talk about environment, because that shapes your internal flow as well. So your air quality, light, temperature, even gravity affects how your body circulates fluid. You may have noticed that when you're flying in a plane. So when you sit too long in stagnant air, circulation usually drops and your oxygen exchange decreases. So when you get outside and you move your body and your eyes take in different distances and light, natural light, and that also affects your circadian rhythm. So that fresh air expands your breathing. The temperature variation trains your vessels. So there's a lot going on. And at the end of the day, everything you see, hear, feel talks to your nervous system, and your nervous system controls your lymphatic system. So that's why environment is also a key pillar of longevity. Remember the lymphatic system I talked about earlier? That's your brain's kind of night shift. During deep sleep, the spaces between your brain cells actually widen, and spinal fluid kind of can rush in and flush away toxins. And if you miss that deep sleep, waste builds up, your brain gets more inflamed, and you wake up groggy, foggy, and really have less energy, and you're less resilient. So that's why it's important to consistently get good deep sleep, and set up your room with more darkness, away, like a good evening routine with less screen time, and set yourself up for a good night's sleep. I did a whole nother video on sleep, so check that out. But it is super important, not just for your body, but for your brain to get cleared and detoxified. Now, we also have to talk about stress, because stress changes your physiology. It tightens muscles, it restricts your breathing, kind of not using your diaphragm anymore, and that means also your lymph flow gets blocked. So your body can't drain efficiently when it's stuck in fight and flight mode, and that's why stress management is so important. And again, download the free PDF, because if you reduce stress and you gain more energy, that really makes a big difference. That includes also slow breathing, mindful moments, gratitude practices. All those activate the parasympathetic system, and that's really your body's rest and digest mode. And when that system is working really well, your lymph actually open up, and it can accelerate the flow, accelerate healing. So you'll have less tension, less inflammation, and that's really the key for resilience and healthy aging. So let's bring this all together. Here's a simple way you can integrate that into your day. So start, in the morning doing a little bit diaphragmatic breathing, like do 5, 6 slow, deep Inhales, expanding your ribs and belly. So that's really a core exercise to activate the lymph. Next, we did some neck exercises, right? Do kind of different ways like there. We did the pack breathing, so you can integrate that throughout the day, anytime. And like I said, skin brushing or light bouncing. So skin brushing can be just like that, or there's special tools you can do, or a little bouncing. And then again, movement. Any short walk, any any activities you love, go do them. Like play pickleball, play basketball, whatever it is, but do something every day, because it really matters. Not just once a day, but frequently throughout the day. At the end of the day, there's 3 major accelerators for aging: chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, and poor detoxification. Detoxification. So the lymphatic system sits right there in the crossroads of all 3 of them. It regulates your immune balance, carries antioxidant, and removes the waste. So healthy lymphatic flow means efficient mitochondria. Efficient mitochondria means steady energy and slower aging. Supporting your lymph through hydration, movement, restorative sleep isn't just a wellness stuff, it's actually science-based longevity. Remember, longevity isn't just living longer, it's living better. And if you haven't yet, download the free energy reset PDF below and implement it today, because it's a starting point. Integrate some of these exercises, start slowly and pick it up as you go. And if you really enjoyed this content, please feel free to share it with any of your friends, family that may benefit from this. Really, everybody does. Anybody with a body and a brain will benefit from this. I'm Heike Fallon. Thank you for watching today, and I'll see you in the next video.